maybe speak to this issue as well.
Well, the character in Dressed to Kill is, you know, very much me. You know, I'm the guy that's...
Not the Michael Caine character.
No. Though, when I think about it, no, the kid is very much me, you know, the sort of computer nerd. That computer you'll see in the room is, that's my science fair exhibit. That's what I built. I had the art director basically duplicate it. And him running around, you know, recording the going in and out of the psychiatrist's office in order to get a picture of this character he's trying to identify is very much what I would do. I mean, I followed people, I've taken pictures of them in order to discover some of their terrible secrets.
One thing also maybe worth just also noting about before we get into about Body Double and Greenberg are also very much, for both of us, I think, were very much our LA movies. You know, that I mean, the Body Double, is it a Neutra, what's the
house where he's house sitting?
Where he's yeah, and the vision of LA. It's, I mean, I hadn't really, I don't think I'd been to LA when I first saw Body Double, but it really is. I mean, certainly, obviously, the porn business in LA, but even beyond that, it feels very much like LA. The color feels very LA. It feels, it really is very much a character in that movie, the way Philadelphia is in Blowout, or, you know, and that was really what I set out to do with Greenberg too, was to do an LA movie. I mean, to do sort of to explore the city, and it's something that I think was very interesting when I was first talking to Brian about his approach to movies. He often has an image in his head that kind of triggers a story or a motivation to make a movie, so, you know, this movie and not that movie. But he also is very involved in, I mean, all his sort of camera work is very location based. It's like he goes and he really maps out all these places and makes sure, you know, I think that location in a lot of cases also is what influences the shot and not the other way around.
Do you feel that you did something similar in Francis? Because you actually go so far as to put the physical addresses of certain locations into the film. So in a way that's continuing sort of what you're talking about with Greenberg, but only, of course, this time for New York.
Yeah, and Francis was very much, for me, it was a movie, I mean, about New York. I mean, New York is a part of the movie, certainly, but for me, I think it was also about rediscovering New York, both as a person. I spent more time in LA, and maybe Greenberg reflects that experience, and I wanted to shoot in New York again, and I wanted to shoot in black and white, and I think there's an energy in that movie that was coming from me reconnecting to the city and having, and what I really like about the city, and both old and new. Yeah, I mean, I think and the addresses do reflect that. It's about kind of locating you in specific areas, and but I think well, we can go to these clips and then we can talk.
All right, so portraits of the directors as young men in Dressed to Kill and The Squid and the Whale.